This is a solution for problem number 4 from September of 2005, the Junior Contest on Probability. I'm going to assume that you've read the problem. I'm looking for the probability that Paul and Sally pick the same item for only one part of their meal. So that means that they picked the same appetizer, or the same entree, or the same dessert. Okay, so let's say they pick the same appetizer. Paul picks his appetizer first, then Sally picks an appetizer. If Paul picks, Sally has a 1/4 probability of picking the same appetizer. Then, they don't pick the same entree. So out of the X entrees, Sally has X minus 1 options. That's because she didn't pick the same one as Paul. Similarly, out of the 5 desserts, Sally has 4 options because she didn't pick the same one as Paul. This would be the probability that Paul and Sally pick the same appetizer. So this is 4 times X minus 1 over 20X. Now let's say they pick the same entree. Paul picks his appetizer. Then out of the 4, Sally has 3 options because she didn't pick the same one as Paul. Paul picks his entree. Sally picks the same one. So out of X, she has only 1 option because she picks the same one as Paul. And then for the desserts, out of 5, Sally chooses a different one, which is going to be 4 out of 5. This simplifies to 12 out of 20, 20X. Now for desserts. That third possibility is Sally and Paul choose the same dessert. That means they chose different appetizers. Paul chooses his first. Sally then has a 3 out of 4 probability of choosing a different one. Paul chooses his entree, and then Sally has X minus 1 options left, since she's not choosing the same one as Paul. She does choose the same dessert, though, so out of 5, she only has 1 choice since it's the same as Paul. This is 3 times X minus 1 over 20X. Now, these 3 cases are disjoint. They can't happen at the same time. We're told that they pick exactly one item the same. So that means Sally and Paul don't pick the same appetizer and the same entree at the same time. So I can add these up. So this ends up being 7 times X minus 1 plus 12 over 20X. I know that's equal to 0.351, or 351 out of 1,000. So this ends up being 7X plus 5 over 20X equals 351 out of 1,000. If you use the cross product property, you end up with X equals 250. So that's my final answer.